has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Huskers ready to kick it away first. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Finds a crease. It's Butler. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, did they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying him, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
To the air, it's Bachmeier. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Smith. There he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Driving forward, it's Butler. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Snap in the shotgun. A shot toward the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals, because you know kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back.
Makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cougar!
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Slips through the line. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Husker. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a crease. It's Butler. tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
I think there's a couple of schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Moves the pocket. It's Buckmeyer. Out wide left, it's Butler. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Going for the big play. Goes high to pull it in. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be.
Looking for the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air. It's Buckmeyer. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Cougars. Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. Deep in the end zone, it's Mills. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Quarterback changing the play.
Switch it.
They're testing the right side here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Handoff again. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. The give. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Plays that one perfectly. Exceptional accuracy on the punt. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Using his legs, it's Butler. Got room at the 35. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And BYU will get the first down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
We've reached the break. BYU is on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking for room. It's Butler.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Buckmeyer. Rushes on. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cougars!
Well, you got to give the quarterback a lot of credit on that one, David. As soon as he recognized man coverage, there was no question where he was going to be looking. One of the fastest wide receivers in the game.
I was about to say, you credit the quarterback. It's his speed. You play him man-to-man, he gets open, he wins. I'm not sure why we're crediting the quarterback. He's got jets.
He'll bring it out. It's Mills. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So the Nebraska offense heads out to start this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Right back to it. Sees some running room. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Turns into the pile. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D easily.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And here's what I like about that, man. That feels like an instinctive play. Like this guy almost knew it was coming. You know, most of the time in a bootleg, they want to show you the run first, but he wasn't buying it, went right to the quarterback, saw it, and made the big sack.
The Cornhuskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on 2nd down. Got his man. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Lining up to convert 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Keeps it on the ground. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose 1 on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Jordan.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Gonna run it. It's Butler. Picked up maybe 3 on the play. It's 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants and will finally get into the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. They'll run it. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And on 3rd down, he calls his own number. Really nice job by the quarterback, making the decision, being decisive. He does a good job going, getting the 1st down, a new set of downs for this offense.
Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. A full dive to haul that one in. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. They want to run it left here.
Nice 1st down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Swamped immediately. Nebraska uses a timeout here. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a...
Caught.
And we always go back and we look like, what was the play of the game? Those moments that were so big, that was huge for this offense, man. Already trailing in the football game, 3rd down and long situation to get that conversion and now get 1st and goal. A chance to cut into this lead. Really nice, big, opportunistic, timely play for this offense.
Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Snap it to the back. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. This will likely be the last play of the half. Direct snap. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Nebraska! The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns.
And that was a big touchdown because it keeps this thing within striking distance now going into the second half. That touchdown there puts so much pressure on the opponent. Guys, we've got a ball game. I can't wait to see how this thing's going to turn out.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Arizona Wildcats. And it's Michigan State able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And with that W, they get back above 500, 3-2 now on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
First play of this drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Upstairs he's got it. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Cornhuskers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. They're going back to the ground. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. This time they'll throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Making the adjustment on the play. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
And he was fighting with everything he had, Jesse, trying to reach whatever he could, scratch, crawl, fight for that little bit of yardage he needed to get the first down, but it didn't look like he was going to get there anyway.
No, ball security, it still has to be at a premium, though, David. 5 points of pressure, right? Fingertips, palms, forearms, biceps, and chest. Moving forward in this game, got to do a better job because this defense, they're going to be trying to rip the ball free.
Looking for space, it's Butler.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. To the back. Past the 6. Finding some room. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, BYU. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. On the return, it's Mills. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Catch inside the 25. He's loose. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. They just saw their lead cut in half, and now they'll try to answer. Uh-oh, look out. Enough to move the chains. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. The 10. Into the house. Touchdown, BYU.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
Number 95, set to take this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Mills. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Running to the left. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Second down, gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. Complete downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fresh setter down's going to the air. He lets one fly deep. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. And the Huskers come to the line with a new set of downs. The handoff. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll ride him again. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Making the adjustment. The Cougars will use their first timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. On the move. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, and he calls his own number, tries to go get the first down, but he just couldn't get to it. Nice job by the defense, locking in, not letting him get that extra couple yards that he needed to get the big first down.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. This is a designed run. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Cougars just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play. This time they stop him in the backfield, and that has been a rare sight in this game tonight.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Just watching the clock drain away in this one, it's all but in the books. Let's take a look at the top 25, and this game might have an impact on these rankings next week. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Left side, it's Butler. At the 35, he's open. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Cougars. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Mills. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. They're all over him, and down he goes.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
He's taking the shot. It's picked off, and another empty drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. On the run, it's Butler. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Hands it off. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Going for it all. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Cougars. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
I got to be honest, as a guy that used to play for Steve Spurrier, I never have a problem watching offenses continue throwing the ball when they've got a big lead. And that's what you've seen in this one. They're way up on the scoreboard. This coach is still letting this guy chuck the rock. That now his 5th passing touchdown, and I believe you keep throwing it until the defense proves they can stop you.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Cornhusker offense is out and ready to go on the attack. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. He's past the sticks and works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Right back to the well. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it. And that's not going to come close as the defense stops him well short of this 1st down.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Crosses the 40, gets it down to the 35 before he stopped, a gain of 6. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. The Cougars in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a 1st down with a penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. And they'll take a knee. Timeout called by the Cornhuskers. That's their 1st. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. Takes a handoff. It's Butler. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. The defense working to manage that clock. They use the timeout, 1:55 remaining. Timeout taken by BYU at 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Third down, and they need 15 after 2 negative plays. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Nebraska calls a timeout, and that's their last one. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And make the catch, and the defense will force a turnover on downs.
It is what it is. There's no pressure. This game's over. You're up by a ton of points. They're not going to come back here in the 4th quarter, so you're just trying to put up more stats. And listen, stats count. Like, we all count our stats. At the end of the season, we look up, you got 1,000 yards receiving. Like, all these plays still matter.
The give. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Sells to fake. He's taking a deep shot. Snags it down the right side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion and explosive pass play for this offense. So that big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Keeps it on the ground. There he goes. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Husker. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 20th of the season.
It hasn't always been pretty for the offense, David, but here in the second half, they're still getting a lot of production out of their back. Great job in the open field, showing you the speed. The question is there enough time left in the game to keep handing him the football?
Yeah, this offense has struggled, and they're down, and they've got to make plays. Maybe this is a spark, man. Sometimes it's just that one play that gets you going. That's a long touchdown run. That's a big, explosive play, and this offense needs more of those.
BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coach
hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Cougars! Once he got some room, it was over. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And he splits the uprights on the extra point. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Mills. And he steps out of bounds at the 2-yard line. What a terrible decision on that one. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. They'll run it. At the 15, he's loose. Wide open spaces. He's inside the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Nebraska. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Takes the handoff. It's Butler. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And a short run there, and that'll end it. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world.